And we are live. Hello and welcome to STB Racing League here at Germany. For disclosure, I am not your normal commentator. I'm usually the guy who sits alongside the normal commentator, being very angry and screaming a lot. I am Mr. AMSF of 23. Today I'm joined by an Irish lad. I forgot his name. I don't know who he is. He's just an Irish lad who happens to be a commentator with me. Introduce yourself.
Name is Warren Buckley, and I'll be commentating alongside one Ben as a co-commentator. It should be fun. Should be a good race, and I'm excited.
So, we are at Germany. The circuit famous for being only a tiny bit full of corner cuts. What are you looking for today then? What lap time will intrigue you the most? What do you think lap times are going to be? I think it's about where I point at.
Obviously, the top people, Fusion, design stuff like that would be looking to go for a low 109s maybe. They can pull it out of the bag. But then again, strategy is going to come into play. During qualifying, are people going to go on harder tires? Get a one stop, or are they going to go on the softer tires to maybe put out a two stop maybe during the race? So, down to strategy. Obviously, whoever gets pole will have the best advantage, and yeah, see how it goes.
I think this could be one of the more interesting qualifying sessions of the year. Obviously, it's such a weird tyre strategy to have there. You have the ultras, the softs, and the mediums. So you see some drivers, for example, Chip King is the only driver actually out circuit right now on the soft compounded tyres. We have some drivers out, but most of the other guys are on the mediums or the ultras. This could be, as I said, a very interesting qualifying, very diverse strategy choices by everybody. Do you see anybody possibly going for some slipstream for teammates, maybe?
I think that maybe Typhon and Eke, I think maybe they're actually they're just coming out of pits there. Fusion and LRS Mercury, they're two teammates. They help each other out a lot during practice. I see them. They help them out. They always do strategy together. So maybe those two could, get a bit slipstream off each other. And maybe the two Mercedes guys as well. Errol Matty and Fitzy as well. He could, help Matty, or Matty could help him. Slipstream as well. So if the drivers do think about it, if they want to give their teammate an advantage, then can. But yeah,
It's fair enough. I don't think he's the first guy, but we're watching ASAP Fitzy. I believe is a new driver for this weekend. If I heard Maudie correctly earlier. What do you expect from him? Do you know anything about him really?
I don't, but obviously I saw in the lobby. He's an Irish driver, so he'll be representing me. He'll be representing Ireland and stuff like that. But I expect from a clean race. Not getting involved in any incidents. And getting some good points if he can. Potentially podium. Anything could happen in F1, of course. I'm sure he'll be really happy with some good points at his debut.
And they can happen in STB. We've seen that this season. DJ Danny almost won a race.
Yep.
Looks like ASAP could be the first guy to cross the line. Bit slow for the chicane. Just taking normally flat out. I am going to talk about something else in a moment. Urban Unicorn with the first lap. There's actually 1 minute 12.2 on the mediums. ASAP Fitzy does go ahead and beat it 1 minute 11.5, but that was on the ultra soft compounded tyres. So already we're seeing drivers smack out the ultras. Another driver today, Chip King. Before the only driver went out on the soft compound tyres, that was invalidated. So I have to go again. Chip King, somebody has raced against before in URL. I don't know much more about him, but Buckley, you made him.
Yep. As you see Chip King going down the back straight, seeing the top speeds of McLaren. He's been put in McLaren for the rest of the season. It's been a pretty decent first sector, I think, on the softs. He goes a tiny bit wide, doesn't really hit the apex. trying to get the
Not as
best
wide
exit
as
he
the
can.
Sauber in front of him.
Yep.
It leaves the reason why we have a yellow flag.
There's Unity Duel there, going really wide. King, can he get the
Not really.
slipstream maybe off of the car in front of him? Hungarian.
Hungarian
doesn't
am I?
go for it.
Yeah, Hungarian keeps out the way. Chippy, that's a bit too
Ooh,
much
that-
apex. That's probably his lapping validated again. We have Toxic out there on the medium compound tyres. Toxic, I believe, sits second in the championship behind championship leader Bullseye, who has, I believe, just left the pit lane. Toxic, as spotted by you, is in the top 10 in time trials. Something like that. I know you mentioned earlier he was really high up in it, as he goes fourth fastest. Yeah, flag in this first sector. Danny is in a wall. Turn one.
Big mistake from Danny.
GJ Danny has already stuck it in a barrier, and we're only at the beginning of qualifying.
That's unfortunate.
Hero Mateus, or whatever you want to call him. Hero, he's probably going to crash first. This is my honest prediction for this race.
Yeah, I think Matt, he hasn't really been the best of form lately. Hopefully he can bring it back.
Sounds like Matt. They'll look up for there. Pretty smooth though, to be fair. Stuffing on the violent side though. Yellow flag in the last sector. Matty runs a bit wide. That's probably that lap gone as well.
Yep.
That penultimate last corner seems to be catching a lot of ground. Maudi has left the session. I was just about to speak about him, but he's already disconnected. Sorry, apologies about the game being paused. I had to send a message. So Maudi disconnected from the session. Could that mean a restart? I don't know.
He
Just check.
He's just.
What if his Xbox gone down? Don't know. It doesn't let me invite. So Unity Duel is out. I think he's also a new driver. Might be mistaken. Might have a different game tag. But is he a new driver? I generally do not know.
No, it's the same driver. Just his gamer tag has changed to Unity. I think it
Ah,
was.
okay. So he's. You don't know, basically.
Matty, what can he do in his second lap on the mediums? He goes P7 on a 1:13 flat. Pretty good lap on the mediums. Or on the Hungarian.
It's Max now. Up and over line. It's a 12.3 on the Ultras. It's not terrible. He almost crashes coming out of turn 1 as well. What can Chippy do? He's on the Ultra Soft tyres now himself. He's just beginning a lap. Unity Duel. So that's an invalid lap. He did a 14.5. Maudi's still not in the session. I don't know what has happened to him. It's not really great for Maudi. Must be having issues, maybe. I do not know. We'll get back to you on the Maudi situation.
F1 Killer on an outlap. He put 2 on self ultras. Obviously, Fitzy and Typhoon maybe going for the alternative strategy, going for a 2-stop maybe, and the drivers maybe for a 1-stop.
Got Reynard going a bit slowly here, just letting a couple of drivers go through. I think Hungarian and mine might be on a lap. Looking at his ERS and the way he's driving, I'd say so. See how he is. A bit twitchy through there, but nothing on the extreme side.
Yep.
Oh, he's backed off.
Yep. He went very wide there and ultimately cost him lap time by getting involved.
Typhoon Killer begins a flying lap himself. Well, somebody's a bit further along. I think John might be actually on a lap. Looking at where he is in circuit. And we compound John. We've seen John being pretty high up in some races this year. Notably, I believe in Canada, where he almost got, where he might have got a podium. I'm not 100% sure. I know he was there or thereabouts anyway.
Yep.
Was it Canada? I know it was around the part of the season. I can't 100% remember.
Something like that.
And there comes John. There's one with 12.8.
Aaron also on lap when he's lap. Be fun.
We look at best from people the way of tyres anyway. Most of them seem to be very content either of having different strategies. See, Chippy's out on the ultra softs now. As Typhoon goes fastest on 111.2. It's a good lap from him. Should be up at line 111.8. So these aren't terrible lap times being thrown down, but they're not exactly world breakers.
Got a Fusion P4 only a couple of tenths behind on the mediums.
Ooh.
Hungarian goes P4. Almost basically the same lap time as Chippy King.
Yeah, 4/1000ths of a second slower than Chippy on a tyre that's about 8/10 slower. I think that shows the pace of Hungarian.
Yeah, and then Fusion then only a couple of tenths behind on the medium. It should be really interesting. Well, Matty then start his lap. Oh, he goes wide, loses it.
Oh,
it's going to be gravel on the tires going to Terminal 1 unless. Yep.
See how his car handles turn 1. It's a fake.
Yeah, that was
go around pretty
good.
alright. Yep.
Yeah,
it's got a lot more speed through there now. Yeah, something has definitely happened to Mr. Maldi.
I think his interest went down.
That will not surprise me. Usually Joel's just about to begin a lap now. Mercury's just come out of the pit lane. We'll keep an eye on Matty during this lap. He might have backed off because it's in 0 ERS. It's Max has had an accident down at turn 1. That's not really where you want to be having an accident, but yeah, I believe Eke is just coming across the line to begin a lap now as well. On the soft compound tyres.
Matty didn't go into
that's a lap.
Matty going into the final sector. See what time he can do on these soft tyres. And he be up there with Hungarian. Around the last few corners. Okay, do. Goes a little tiny bit wide. Is that invalid? I don't know. Goes through the finish line. What can he get?
Top
E9.
It's
very poor.
The gap from 5th to 9th is only 2.5 tenths. That is pretty close.
Yeah.
Let's see, however, what it is once everybody's decided that, sod it, let's smack all the power up. Bullseye's on the 15.6 in the first sector. Very strong first sector from Bullseye. Oh, rain. It's began raining here.
Rain in Germany.
Yeah. Bullseye, luckily for him, is just on the end of his lap.
What would that mean for Fusion and stuff like that? Fusion on a lap, it is.
Bullseye goes onto the front row. But Rural and Maldi both on the set lap times. Mercury's on the softs. Mercury's got to complete this lap like pretty much now.
Mercury comes across.
Up and over the line comes Mercury. Only a 13.1. It's
Fusion
not great
then.
for the rest Mercury.
What can Fusion do to answer Bullseye? Can he beat Bullseye? He's championship contender.
No, he's miles off. 1.9 seconds.
He's just started a lap, I think.
Eke.
He's Eurus.
Eke's 2 tenths up, and he's on a good lap as well by those things.
He's heating up here in Germany as rain falls.
The rain didn't seem that heavy, but
Mercury giving Fusion just a tiny bit of a slipstream. 2 teammates.
I think Eke might still improve here. No, he was running wide out there. Might just invalidate his lap. Up and over the line. Eke does a 1 minute 11.8.
E4.
That's the second row of the grid. That's...
Wrong lap.
It's not terrible.
Confusion then. In his final sector, can he give an answer to Bullseye? The rain just
He's
looks
up on his
too
personal
heavy.
best. He's up on his personal best, but I don't think the rain that the capacity is. I just don't see it. Confusion randomly found a corner now. It's only at the 12.1. P7. But
rain cost him.
Yeah. That is not what Fusion wanted. I think it's rain's what anybody wants, really. But Chippy has retired. He is content with his position, but I think the rating's at the point now where no one is really improving. Drivers are still going to last it round, though. Exactly what Hungarian Mike is doing right now.
Oh, it just looks really bad out there. It's just sliding all around the place on the ultra softs.
Hungarian Mike's on the 15.9 in the first sector on ultras. That is not a strong first sector. And I don't think he's back. I think he's backed off. He has or not. Yeah, he's backed off. So Urban comes into. So Hungarian comes into the pits. Eke's pitted. Fitzy, I don't think is going to improve. He has retired.
Yep.
Fusion has pretty much looks like he's broken down at some point. I think Reynard is going round. Nah, he is just not enough grip out there, Reynard. So can pretty much say that is your grid for the STB Racing League German Grand Prix. It's a very, as you just said there, very interesting grid.
A lot of drivers
Typhoon Killer,
different strategies.
I think in his debut, Typhoon Killer has just received pole position.
Oh.
Which is very interesting indeed if he has. But I think everybody's into the pit lane now, so nobody's going to get out now and be able to thingy. So your grid is on the left. I'll go for it properly in a second. Well, who saw the debutant getting pole then? You only see Joel is trying to settle up. I think he's maybe just doing this for the cameras.
Yeah. I think it's a bit too wet for him to set lap time. He'll be sliding around the place and stuff. But I don't think he'll have enough time to come back to the finish line. Start his lap, so I think he's just doing it for a bit of practice for the race. Maybe there's rain in the race, who knows? You never know in Germany.
Explain the differing strategies.
Yeah. People are saying in the chat, yep, I just got a message from LD, we will restart due to people not able to join. We'll be starting.
Let me restart. The people who can't join start on the exact same time as you qualified on. Right.
People will be same grid position. We'll be just start from the race.
Okay, so I assume they're going to use the results. I'm going to have to show the entire thing. So your grid then. The STB Racing League German Grand Prix. Typhoon Killer will begin on pole position. Bullseye alongside him. ASAP Fitzy will be in third. Eke fourth. Jibber King fifth. Sixth Hungarian MI. Seventh Toxic Fusion. Poor result from the championship contender. Unity Jewel will begin the race eighth. Ninth Urban Unicorn. 10th X Max. 11th Hero Matty. 12th John. 13th LRS Mercury. Not bad from him. 14th Reynard. 15th DJ Danny. The two people did not qualify. SB Maldi. Rip. And the other man I couldn't quite see. I've seen a very nice. I've seen the text message the last couple of seconds, and it was from. Not anything but So even though yes, you can see the drivers on grid, we will unfortunately be going for a restart. So I believe that Mr. Editor is going to cut the next maybe 10 minutes out. So enjoy. It's basically forcing whoever the editor is to edit this now, otherwise I'm going to like a fool. So you see the lobby is now vacant, so I'm going to have to go for a very nice quit. Luckily, make sure you do the same, Plez. Okay, so yeah, you were supposed to leave, don't worry. Oh, what the hell? TV randomly changed channel. So it was a very interesting qualifying then session then, Buckley. What was your thoughts on that? As we're trying to fill some time.
Yeah, obviously, I think a lot of drivers doing very. Some people going for a two-stop, and then most of the grid doing one-stop. Obviously, Typhon on his debut gets pole on the softest of tires, so it'll be interesting. I think people doing the two-stop really need to build out that gap. Like Typhon really needs to build out the gap in order for the two-stop to work. Because he just needs to go flat out during the race. He doesn't really need to concern tires. However, the one-stop, I really do think people doing the one-stop will be able or have the fastest strategy. So Bullseye looks good in P2 on the soft tires. I think he'll be in prime position for the one-stop to work.
Bullseye is the lead favourite for that for the one stop. I'd say there's a good chance that Bullseye fairly confidently has this in the bag, just because of what tyres he will begin the race. And he begins the race on the soft compounded tyres. Obviously, the Ultra's on. Yeah, the Ultra's on. What's it called? It's got names going out of my head now. His name's actually gone up my head. Who is it?
Which? Who?
The man who begins on pole.
Or Typhon.
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, got Typhon on the ultra soft tyres. He basically confirmed himself on the two stops. Bullseye on the softs. I think was it Toxic in fourth? No, Toxic was seventh. Whoever qualified fourth was also on the soft compound tyres. It was very close actually. The order. Quite a lot of people in the 111s were mixed tyres. So it could even be that Bullseye will jump Typhoon him on the first corner and just sod off. There's a very likelihood. Apologies for my basically amnesia. I'm just really tired. So that's why I'm so forgetting everything.
I think if Bullseye, it's in front of Typhon in the first couple of corners, I do think Bullseye should be able to carry this win home and extend the championship lead over Fusion. Fusion has a really big recovery drive after the rain, potentially catching him out at the end. So yeah.
Possibly the weather has been set to custom. We do not know what this custom is, so this custom could include some minor moisture, which to be fair would be quite funny.
It's gonna confirm with a driver if there's rain in the race.
Oof. I don't believe there is any. Don't believe we have anybody missing.
I don't think so. Dean, I think we're missing one. Two people maybe.
Yeah, we had 17. Was it? Yeah, we had 17.
Yeah.
So I think we are just missing. I can't actually tell who's missing.
It's Renard, maybe.
Odie Reynard and yeah, there's no Reynard and there's no.
Then, yeah.
I genuinely don't know.
Max as well, I don't think.
Possibly.
I just got confirmed from Mally that there is no rain in the race. It'll be a dry race.
Ooh. Oof. We're just trying to fill some time at the moment, so that's why we're just trying to just wait at the moment. So we're just trying to fill some beautiful time. Moment we have got no Ferraris, no Red Bulls, a Force India. I think Force India teammate. I think it is just Reynard and wasn't there another Sauber? Yes,
Max,
it is
I'm
Max.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Two drivers we're waiting on, and the race will begin.
Mhm.
Rain on. Max doing.
Ugh. They're gonna put like a timer. Well, like what time we have to go? Because we're just trying to fill time at the moment.
Yeah. So
I think.
lost.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
Merkel's left.
I think he's sent up
Yeah,
another one because Nerd can't join apparently.
Yeah. Great news. We won't be here for a little bit longer, viewers. So I hope Mr. Editor is sure, Mr. Editor, please make sure to edit out the last few minutes, because otherwise you could have just a lot of loud noises. Ugh. Somebody else has left, I think. Maldy.
Yeah, it's a
Great
new
news.
lobby, I'm pretty sure.
Not any confirmation about it. But Maldy's apologised for the delay.
Shouldn't be too long. Setting up. Overcast whole race, somebody's saying. Just overcast, so
That's fair enough.
temperature's low maybe.
Chance,
Temperature
yeah.
low. And soft tires might be able to heat up the tires a lot quicker than, you know, the harder tire people. So that could be an advantage at start.
Yep.
An invite. Next lobby. Hopefully this works. You get an invite?
Yes, I did. Hopefully this new lobby will work. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my mind. Hopefully this lobby will actually work unlike the other ones we've had. I don't see... Okay, Reynard's been able to get him.
Start. It's Max who just gone on Fortnite, so yeah, I guess he's just not wrestling.
Yeah.
In
He's having problems.
$15 people. Who's not here? 16 people. 3, 2 maybe.
Ugh. I guess it's about time I set back up again, because I think it might be going again. I'm generally not sure, but I need to set up anyway, because otherwise I'm going to absolutely destroy my spine. We are missing one person, but I don't think that person is here, unfortunately. Like I said, we are just trying to fill time at the moment.
Take bullseye.
We're just sat here basically at the moment, just chilling. Only how real men
I
can.
literally think we're waiting on one person, which is
We are literally waiting on one person.
maybe the other person isn't racing. I'm pretty sure bullseye. I'm pretty sure.
Apparently
him.
4 people can't join.
Yikes. Codemasters.
2019 will be no different.
Yeah, hopefully. But it'll be, the connection and stuff like that will be so much more stable. I doubt it.
I'll be genuinely amazed if there's any improvement.
Obviously, the new thing coming in with, customize your own car and stuff like that in multiplayer, that should be interesting. Okay,
Not gonna lie, well,
playing.
Bullseye's in. Not gonna lie,
Should be
that
getting
will
on the
probably
ground.
just bore me. think though we are about to hopefully get back underway. We've just been attempting to fill time, very very boringly. We've done our best, all right. If you don't think we've done well, screw you.
Exactly.
I'm a friendly person, let me know. So hopefully, fingers many times crossed and toes, we might be able to get going now. Kind of a bit of indigestion.
Hopefully there's no more issues.
Oh my god. Pain and indigestion and a lot of pain. It's been fun. Do you think I'd get away with... No. I can't. I sort of thought then whether I could try and plug something, but I can't. Never mind.
I don't think that'd be best of ideas.
Oh, I mean, unless Maudi does fancy editing. I mean, he's pretty much got to. Yeah. So remember top 10 had to start on the tyres, so obviously, you know.
Yep. Anyone does, start on the wrong tyre, they will be most likely given a hefty penalty at the end of the race.
Somebody mentioned it was a DSQ. A nice, gentle, friendly, get the many swear words out.
Yeah.
Apparently, the person who decided that so just gonna throw somebody under the bus here. The Max guy who was he was in the race. He did qualifying. He's gone on Fortnite. The absolute child he is. So you won't be seeing him in the race today. Because he's decided that Fortnite's a more entertaining game. To that I say, wake the swear word up.
Agreed.
Right. We're going to
We are getting underway. Confirmation from STB Maldi. We are getting underway for the STB Season 14 round. Dunno, German GP.
Woo!
Round 9 or something like that.
It's probably round 9. If it's not round 9, hashtag blame STB Maldi.
Yeah. Right.
We are ready to go. Do you feel the energy, Buckley? Do you feel it? We're getting ready for Germany. How many people are going to
tension, man.
On?
That's I think I was literally going to say, are people going to forget to put on their setup? Because that's a thing that you have to do if you have to restart lobby, obviously, to put it back on your setup. And I'm just questioning like how many people are actually going to forget to put their setups. And I'm going to bet Maldi is going to not put on a setup. I can guarantee you, Maldi is not going to do it.
Because Maldi is that much of an idiot. So then we are ready to go then for the... I can't remember what track this is, Grand Prix. Trying to channel my inner SB Maldi here for the commentary. I'm going to try to be Maldi, but I'm joking, I'm not. So... I don't fancy being annoying and dropping F-bombs all the time. That's Maldi when he commentates.
That's harsh.
It is.
We're on the starting grid.
Yep.
We're doing their setups and strategies and shit.
Yeah, Buckley's the first swear of the day.
That wasn't. I said stuff.
It's okay, Buckley. We know what you really said.
Oh, didn't say it. Don't know what you mean. It's time to
enough accusations. Rural 7 has readied up, so I assume he has got everything else sorted. Same as Hungarian am I. So I assume that basically shouts at me then. We are getting ready to go. It's a very nice, very light German Grand Prix. That could be a sign of things to come. Very nice, bright day for somebody. Or that could also mean death.
Obviously, I told it was supposed to be overcast, but it's actually looking pretty It's out there, so you're on the softer
Oh.
tires.
Right,
Warm
so
ups
let's have a
are
look
a lot
then.
easier.
Let's have a look at the tyres. It seems to be a very interesting amount of tyres. So we've got Typhon Killer on pole position, then alongside him is Bullseye, Ultra Softs. We've then got, on the soft amount of tyres, ASAP Fitzy in his debut. 2 debutants in the first 2 rows. Eke in
Very
4th
good.
on the soft combat tyres. Chip King in 5th on the Ultras. 6th Hungarian MI. Interesting, all of the debutants have decided that the Ultra Soft tyres is the way to go, very interestingly. Hungarian MI in 6th, always strong. Toxic Fusion, the championship, one of the championship contenders in P7. Unity Duel. P8 on the softs. 9th Urban Unicorn, who almost has an accident there. 10th, we have Errol Matty on the mediums. 11th is John on the softs. 12th, Mercury on the softs. 13th, Reynard, also on the softs. 14th, DJ Danny, who goes a bit deep, also on the soft combat tyres. 15th, the returning, the GOAT, the boss, the legend himself, does proud Maudi. Or, you know, you'll probably fire us. We're all 7. We'll begin the race at the back of the grid. We're gonna... This could be very interesting. Urban has crashed.
Urban,
just caught him.
spinning
Has
off.
crashed on the formation.
Should be able to get back. Should be able to get back into his grid position as Mally just lets him through. So yeah, he should be able to no bother get back into his grid position as leaders are starting to line up for the start of the German GP. Tension is starting to rise. Can
Do 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 do. That's my tension music. Maudi backing them up a bit at the back. We're all 7. We'll begin the race at the back of the field. Typhon Killer in his debut on pole position then for the STB round. Something. Typhon Killer on the right. Bullseye on the left. We have 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And lights out. And away we go. Good start with Typhon Killer. Bullseye's had a pretty decent one. Think it's going to stay as it is. It's at Fitzy. It's pretty calm. We get towards the back of the field. Everyone has a very calm start. Very, very good start.
very clean start.
Actually.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't normally say that a lot in league racing.
Oh, but
Fitzy
he's-
is right on the back of Bullseye already. Fitzy goes to the outside. It will nick a bit of slipstream off Typhon Killer. Round the outside. Fitzy gets forced a bit
deep.
wide. I think
That
there's been
keeps
a
the
bit of
position.
pushing and shoving at the back. I can see some debris on the circuit. A bit further backwards, we have Toxic looking at Eke. Chippy King's got past Eke on the start. Got Hungarian now, trying to go
Start from
somewhere
Chippy
Eke's. Yeah, indeed. Looking through.
Aldi gets past John.
Oh! My Typhon Killer's gone off!
Ooh, Typhon
The
Killer.
race leader, he's already has fallen off the circuit, and that is just, well...
And he's lost front wing, so that means he's going to have to pit and ultimately ruin his strategy. Bullseye into
That's
the
gonna
lead
hurt.
of the race.
Oh,
under
what a
attack
run.
from
Fitzy
Fitzy.
got through the first... Fitzy down the inside into turn 2. Locks up the brakes, but I think he's done it.
Move.
Runs a bit deep though, it's going to compromise his line.
Let's
Bullseye's
come
got
back.
the nicer tyres. Which way will Bullseye go? Plus into 0 ES, don't think he's going to go for the move. Fitzy blocks the inside.
Oh,
Bullseye
Chip
tries the up,
King.
under and over.
Chip King just slightly taps the back of Bullseye. Maybe could have upset Bullseye a small bit, but Bullseye looking feisty.
There's the R for the moment. A little bit further back. Toxic's right on the back of Eke. Go back a second back. Unity Duel. And 7th Urban. In 8th on the mediums. 9th Matty. 10th Reynard. Yeah, LRS Mercury's in 11th. But for John and Typhoon Killer, their race is almost, you could argue, pretty much over. So cutting back towards the front. Bullseye's just got to hope to try and stay within the 1 second of Fitzy. And just hope with
Chipper
DRS and
King.
try not to get done. Yeah, exactly, by Chipper King. Fastest laps being traded everywhere. Not Urban Unicorn, sorry, Toxic Fusion, the one who wins out in the end. Now, will Fitzy be able to break the 1 second margin? He hasn't quite this time around, which will give Bullseye the opportunity to close in with DRS. DRS is quite powerful around here, but not
Watch out for Fusion. Fusion is going to go down the inside of Eke. Is he going to get the move done? Yes, he does. Fusion up to P4. Can Eke get the switchback move on him? No, he can't. Fusion up to P4 on a fantastic move down the back straight.
Very strong move there from Fusion. Eke getting pretty close to the rear. But, Fitzy running very wide, which is getting Bullseye very interested in the back of that Mercedes. But I don't think Bullseye is thinking about a move. I think Bullseye is just going to wait until Fitzy has to stop. Yep. It'll probably be about lap 6, lap 7.
Yeah, as you said, Bullseye has no need to get past him, as you know he's got Fitzy in his rear end. So, or Bullseye is in his rear end, so there's no point of passing him and putting him in danger of getting lost front wing or something, as Meldy gets a 2-second time penalty already in the race. Fusion looks to make a move on Chippy King, and Bullseye also gets a good run on Fitzy.
I think Bullseye might have to make the move soon because Fusion is moving quickly.
Ooh.
Bullseye actually disables his DRS, re-enables it. He's on the outside. I think it should be nice and smooth unless Fitzy goes very late on the brakes. Fitzy does go late on the brakes. Bullseye will try to chop him off on the curb. Chippy King runs wide. But I think Bullseye gave him a shove there.
Side by side.
Yep. Oh, Bullseye and Fitzy, the side by side. Bullseye, I think. No, he won't. Fitzy's going to try and hold it in there.
The outside.
He's still there. No, he's not. Oh.
Great move for Bullseye.
Bullseye takes the position. Just in the background, we saw you covered it a bit. Fusion overtaking Chippy as well. Eke is now right at the back of Chippy. So Chippy, one lap was having a look at going at Bullseye. Now he's dropped behind Toxic. Well, now will Toxic be able to pulse up Fitzy, or will Fitzy just go straight back Bullseye? Very good racing so far early on in this race.
Fantastic start. From P7 up to P3. Great start from him. I think
he might just be about to be had by Eke there. You can see the leader's getting very close. Going to run about with Fusion on this straight and see how well this goes. Yo, that picks up a penalty. How will the straight go for the drivers?
Okay, Maldi looks to line up. Move on Rule 7.
Oh, Fusion to the outside of Fitzy. Also inside of Chippy. A lot of moves there going off in a very short amount of time. Fusion. He had a look on Fitzy, but couldn't quite make the move. Now he goes to go again! Oh, that was rough from Fitzy. Very, very rough defending. That might get taken to the stewards, because that was a very... I mean, it's not exactly illegal, but it was very, very late. Very, very late. Reynard on the back of Matty here. And you were talking about Maudi. What were you talking about Maudi? Sorry about?
He was on the back. He was on the back. As you can see, Maldi is going to go up the inside.
Oh, that's not really overtaking place.
Oh, contact.
Corner. He was trying to go for it at the Vettel corner. Chippy King already into the pits. Very early pit stop of Chippy King. We'll see what tyres he goes on to.
Very early.
In a second. Let's have a little nosy at the positions. The only person to stay in the same position is Eke. In fact, Eke is going to try and have Toxic here, but Toxic might also have Fitzy as well. Toxic.
Oh, Fitzy.
Oh, that's what I want about. He's not really giving a single bit of room. Yeah. Toxic to the inside. Now, Eke onto the inside of Fitzy. They make contact.
Oh, contact.
Fitzy off spins. And that. Fitzy loses that Hungarian MI. And now Fitzy's going to have to defend from Joel. Joel's going to go down the inside, will he? No, they won't. They make contact.
Side by
side. Watching more of this, I'm on board Eke. And Joel has got the position. I think Fitzy's tyres are spent. Because here comes Eke to the inside. Joel, I think Fitzy was not letting that go, was he? Proper chops off Eke. This is
really hard defending from Fitzy.
Surely Fitzy's got a boxer's lap. I think his tyres are actual on that Mercedes. He does come in.
Yep. STB
Bullseye.
Malda gets past Rule 7. Get a move.
Yep.
RTD Renard on the back of Eron Matty, but is in the slipstream of Urban Unicorn.
Yeah, got some more very juicy battles here. Ginger Danny holding onto the back of these guys. Good for Danny. See if Danny will run long and try and do the a bit long strategy that we know he's famed for. Matty getting close to Urban Unicorn. Will it be a lunge? Nope.
From behind, it goes around the outside.
Oh, hello.
But Urban's gone down deep.
Oh, Urban got very deep. I might even give LRS Mercury a look here. Will Reynard have a go at Matty as well? Oh, Urban got very close to the back clear of Reynard. Reynard had a look on the inside of Matty.
Mercury goes very wide.
Mercury's reinventing the German Grand Prix.
Matty
runs off the circuit.
Made a mistake. Reynard down the inside.
Reynard down the inside.
I got very excited.
Calm down, young one. It'll be fine.
Bullseye making a 2.6 gap to Fusion. Interesting.
Indeed, Bullseye is sodding off. Eke picks up a penalty. He's going to be
Renard,
just because of frustration.
Renard's made a mistake. Matty up to P6 again.
Matty's like, nah, mate, that position's mine.
Oh, contact!
Oh, the hit! And now DRS.
Wow, look at Mercury.
Look at Mercury. Mercury!
He's 3 wide!
He's 3 wide! 3 wide!
Oh my god.
Oh!
Mercury going on the outside!
He hits him! He's not!
What a
Brilliant
move from Mercury!
Fantastic move by LRS Mercury there. Will Matty round
3
it off
positions
back
in
past
one
Reynard.
corner. And he goes
yeah.
round the outside.
Oh, now Matty and Reynard.
And he makes a stick, goes wide.
Giving monies! Whoa.
Oh my god.
That was not pleasant viewing. You have 4 cars within about 7, 8 tenths.
What a start to this race. Mental.
A lot of action in the entirety of this race so far. I've just had a text message. It's probably not
Matt
nice.
made another mistake. Can DJ Danny past him? Matty making mistakes left, right, and centre.
Small note just in front of that. Eke is right up the arse as Mercury gets a penalty of Unity Duel.
Renard looking to get past Mercury again. He's going to use the slipstream down the straight with the aid of DRS.
Oh, God. Yep.
Mercury goes very defensive. And to break that
small note
slipstream.
as well. Urban's pitted. And so is John. They both oil and come out. Urban was quite out of the field, so I don't know what's happened to him. Down the inside goes Danny on Matt.
Yep.
Danny lunges it late. Gets the position, but that was a very...
Renard and Mercury side by side. Oh, the contact.
Oh, the hit, Mercury! Oh, my...
Mercury still side by side. Oh, Renard gets the move done.
Renard wins out at the end, but that was
Argy
rude.
and Bargy.
Yeah, that was a very, very... how do you put it in Irish? Very bangy.
3-second time penalty for DJ Danny then. That could come crucial in the end of the race.
I think Mercury picked up one in all that kerbuffle as well. Don't be
I think
surprised
it goes
soon.
really wide.
Don't be surprised soon if you see Bullseye, well, not Bullseye, but don't be surprised soon if you see some more of the soft runners coming in soon as... Oh, Matty there almost has an accident.
Ooh. Danny
to the inside of
side by
Mercury.
side.
Matt very late on the brakes. Whoa, I'm running all this with Matt. About to have another
3 wide again.
Go Buffle. Urban
Might be
Unicorn's
3
fast
wide
lap of the
again.
race. Danny gaining on Mercury.
Danny good inside,
Matty
came back on the
gaining on
outside.
Mercury.
He goes down the inside.
Matty! How long to the inside is going?
Oh, he backs out of it.
He
Danny
does not. It's still...
move. Side by
Mercury
side
gets
though.
the better traction because of the soft compounded tyres. These guys all squabbling is actually probably be helping Bullseye in the long run. Because remember, he's got to try and come out in front of these guys when the pit stop round comes ahead. The gap at the moment when it comes to the leader to these guys is about 17 seconds. Germany's about a 15-second pit lane. So right now, Bullseye is going to be very, very happy.
Ooh, Mercury making a huge mistake. Matty up into
Mercury making a
P8.
huge mistake. At one point, Mercury was in P6. He's back down to P9. Bullseye picks up a penalty.
Bullseye!
Yet to see a penalty from
Bullseye.
Toxin. Toxin, yes.
Bullseye
Toxin.
gets a penalty, and that could, become crucial to end the race between him
Mercury
and Fusion.
pits. Mercury pits. From the race lead, then. LRS Mercury's in. SB Maldi will come through.
Maldi is
Chip King's trying to
P9,
chippies.
ladies and gentlemen. He's into the points. Would you believe?
Ah, Mercury wing damage. I'll probably explain that
Ah.
then. Mercury's going to come out behind Typhoon. Is it in last place? No, not quite last place, but it is pretty far down for LRS Mercury.
I think the gaps are starting to open up now as, after chaos start. Some incredible battles,
Closest
3
thing
wide.
Is Chippy and Maldi at the moment.
Chippy and
It's
Maldi,
coming
yeah.
down quite quickly.
See what Chippy can do against owner of the league, longest runner in the league.
Yep. The old boy. The old
Pretty
man.
sure Chippy should be able to get past him on those new mediums, 5 laps younger than Maldi's old mediums, who still hasn't stopped yet. So Maldi could be going on the soft tire at the end, which can have some good speed.
Maybe even with a cheeky safety car, might even be able to stretch the ultras.
Rule 702 gets a time penalty.
I think this might be Chippy King's lap. He is pretty darn close. I don't think Chippy's out of this, I mean, obviously he may still have to stop again for another set, but could that set be a set of ultra softs?
Could be.
At that point, think about how quick he'll be compared to some of the runners at the end on the mediums. He'll be going about 2 seconds that fast, but remember, those tyres will only last for
Chippy King
6-7 laps.
King goes down the...
Chippy! No, he doesn't.
Sensible.
back.
Oh, but he goes down the inside still. Maldi goes wide. Side by
Let's see
side.
if Maldi can show some of the ruthless aggression he talks about constantly when he's in a party. He runs wide, Maldi. And
he
he's
goes down
holding him.
inside.
He's holding him. STB Maldi here is not giving up position.
That's great
I am
defensive work from Maldi.
surprised by this.
Fantastic
I'm quite-
defensive work.
Yeah, I'm surprised by Maldi not letting Chippy go here. Maybe Maldi's being friendly to his mate Bullseye. Or he's just trying to show us that he's still got it.
Yeah, exactly. Maldi, he's trying to show everyone that he's, after a long time out, come in here, he's still got it, like. So,
On to out with his terrible commentary. We'll see if he's a better racer. At the moment, well, he's sort of doing better.
savage. Right.
I'm getting fired after this race.
Chippy King, what can he do now on the straight with Data DRS? Can he make a move for the
Not
second time?
much. I think he's too far behind. Or maybe he's not. He's getting like an absolute
He's
rocket.
not.
Maldi blocks
Going
to the
round
inside.
outside.
Maldi goes late with the brakes. And he holds it again.
Ooh.
Brilliant from Maldi.
Maldi.
Maldi is a... When did Maldi become DJ Danny?
Fantastic.
When did Maldi become the solid brick wall of STB?
Chippy King's way more speed than Maldi. I think Chippy King running in much
Maldi's
more.
got
Oh,
his
contact
down,
to be made!
Oh! Well,
There goes that.
unfortunately, that was always
Urban
going
Unicorn.
to happen. Yes,
Look at Urban Unicorn.
here comes
Right
Urban.
behind Maldi then.
Urban's going to want this done ASAP. We'll see what Maldi does.
Yeah.
Will Maldi defend like an absolute brick in front of him? Or will Urban go soothing straight by?
Look at the run he has. Amazing run on Maldi. He goes down the inside and he'll get past him before the braking zone.
Yep, he did.
Oh.
Interestingly enough now as well, Urban's going straight after his teammate.
Well, is there going to be a bit of team orders here, McLaren? Will Chippy King
I don't
just
think
leave
so.
Urban go? Will they fight?
No, they're fighting.
Get this
They're
position.
fighting, I think. Yeah,
And Chippy
but
King-
Urban with DRS goes straight through.
Ooh,
But interestingly, Chippy goes
Chippy.
back down the inside. He's got a terrible angle.
Oh,
And Urban gives us a proper shove and exit, but Urban takes the position.
that's a great...
And
Battle
Bullseye,
there.
race leader into the pits. Chippy does it down the side. They bang wheels.
Line fusion into the
Forces his
pits.
teammate out. Oh,
Oh!
whoa, that was
Maldi back up.
not the nicest thing. Hungarian
Bullseye
will
and
take the
Fusion.
race lead. Unity
into
Jewel's
the
going to come through
pits.
as well in front of Bullseye. Good point to pull out here. Where is Bullseye going to rejoin? Is he going to rejoin? Unity Jewel! He stayed out and he's absolutely binned it in the barrier. That is not what he
Unity.
wants. Toxic is... Okay. Bullseye is exactly where he didn't want to be. He's right behind Reynard, who hasn't stopped yet. And luckily, okay, Fusion has already cleared Danny, which for
Robert
Fusion
Unicorn
is definitely a bonus.
down the inside of STB Maldi. Can STB Maldi get the overcut or undercut on him?
He's fighting
I
back.
think Urban might have. Or no, STB Maldi is DRS. Maldi's gonna have DRS. Can he get past Urban Unicorn? Does he have enough speed? I
Tell
don't
the
think
pad
so. I
from
think.
Audi. Will he go light on the brakes? Nope, he doesn't fancy Daniel Ricciardo. I think he actually got
Maldi
hit there
has-
from Fitzy. Fitzy's got a good run here. Will he go down for Maldi as well? And Maldi, I
Backs
think
off.
he just lets him go. Yeah, Maldi lets him go.
Hey, that's off. Sensible.
Bullseye has got past Reynard as well. Hungarian Man will come into the pits, so Bullseye will retake the race lead.
Right, Reynard's going to the pits as well, so it'll be Bullseye and Fusion both in the lead. Now remember, Bullseye has a penalty, so if Fusion can bring that gap down, Fusion will win this race. And at the moment, it is 2.6 seconds, so therefore Fusion, if it was to finish like this, will win the race due to penalties.
Joy is the worst way to win or lose a race.
Pretty sure, you know,
You
a race win
see
is a race win.
Matty gaining on Danny. Ricciardo maybe? Nope. Chippy has... Urban's got past Chippy, but now Chippy's going to have a go back at Urban.
McLaren's fighting.
Chippy goes to the inside.
Chippy.
Again, another late-breaking
Oh,
move and
contact.
shoving Urban out, isn't he? These
Yep.
two...
Very feisty.
Something must have happened. One of them must have stabbed the other's uncle or something at some point, because they're attacking something like a, I don't even know, I can't even think of synonyms or anagrams, whatever the bloody things are called. I don't know, I failed English. Oh, that's Maudi, he's studying Russian.
Okay. As you see, Matty gets past Danny as Danny pulls into the pits for a stop. God's sake. Matty up into P3 on a 16 laps all mediums. Really long stint for Matty.
Only
Okay, up to P4 as well.
Daddy into the pits now, also the medium tyres. Sorry, I just thought of something absolute horrible I could have said there, but I restrained myself.
Don't. Yeah, please don't.
Because it would have been offensive to the Irish people.
Oh no. Just talk after stream, okay? Maldi then.
Yep.
What can he do against Fitzy? I don't think he'll have.
he's
I think he's
too
too far back. Yeah. Urban Unicorn goes down the inside of Chippy King.
Oh,
The two McLarens once
These two
again.
have been going at it for the last minute, so the bear shoves him out. Brilliant.
The payback there
Brilliant.
from Urban Unicorn.
I don't think Chippy's going to like that, because Chippy's been very aggressive this race so far. Will he launch him back? He gets very close to the rear. He goes deep, though. That's probably hit. That's battle's dead now.
Bernard and Maldi, they're very close between each other. 0.4 of a second.
Maudi's gone 16 laps on these tyres. He's proven that he isn't a whitewash Maudi.
You see Maldi.
In fact, he's
Fitzy
gaining
as
on
well.
Fitzy. Fitzy, of course, came in himself quite early. He started on the ultra soft compounded tyres. He's done 10 laps on his medium so far. I think he's smelling blood at the moment. The old STB Maudi's returning. Fitzy picks the penalty. Maudi not using DRS, interestingly.
He probably forgot to use it. He probably forgot which button it is.
surprise me.
As we can see, Maldi now gets into the slipstream. Oh, as we can see, Renard
he generally
behind
hasn't.
him. Renard goes for a
Renard
move.
goes straight on Maudi. I think he's going to have...
And can he do a double move
is he
down?
going to have...
Yes, he can.
He's going to shove him out, is he? He does. Is this now where Maldi's going to make the move? No. Bitsy's faster on the straights than him. In fact, Bitsy's might have to go back on Reynard.
Oh, Matty goes on this side. Oh,
that was a Ricciardo and a bottle drop. The ultimate Ricciardo bottle job there from STB Matty. Doesn't surprise me.
Look at this Fusion. Brought the gap down to 1.1 now.
Hello.
Two championship contenders are looking to battle it out here in Germany.
Fitzy comes into the pits on lap 9. Must have overheated those mediums because he's into the pits now. DJ Danny's on the back of Maldi now. Maldi is very popular today.
Danny goes to the outside.
Oh, he chops Maldi's nose there.
Oh, Danny.
That could have been a bit.
Danny is showing who's boss around here. Ooh, Fitzy gets a 5 second stop go, and he's left the session.
Safety your car. Safety your car.
Or Irish guy. Fusion bring the gap down to 1 second, reeling Bullseye in.
Whew. It's been a very exhausting race so far.
We're
on lap 20 out of 34.
Fusion is in the DRS.
Yeah. Something else has happened. Whilst everyone else was battling, Matty comes into the pits from 3rd place. He's going to come out probably around about Reynard and Danny. At least that's where he was battling anyway, so combat tires goes over him. But now, Toxic Fusion, he's gaining on Bullseye. Bullseye goes into this race with quite a with I think a 12-point championship lead. If these two swap around, it will get a 5 going into Belgium. Which is the 5-year anniversary of
Fusion
STB.
Doesn't really have to. Fusion doesn't really have to battle this because he probably knows that Bullseye has 3-second time penalty, but of course Fusion does want to beat him on track, so
maybe Fusion picks one himself at some point and we just didn't notice.
Yeah. Did he? I didn't.
You're the co-commentator, you look it up. Maudi's coming to the pits.
One warning. It's amazing.
Now I think.
Here we go. Fusion. Right behind.
She spent the entire lap running on board with Fusion.
Bullseye.
They're supposed to Matty in a second. Urban comes into the pits. He's done 12 laps on the soft compounded tyres. He should go on to the softs to the end. Now,
open.
Here goes.
On the inside, Bullseye going to fight
tries to squeeze him. Urban down the Toxic down the side. Toxic Fusion takes the race lead.
Good move from Fusion.
Bullseye is going to fight it back.
Come back.
Down the inside into turn 3. Turn 7. To 8 and 9, I think. Yep, Fusion maintains the position.
He's got a really good run though. But, he just backs off.
Matty late on the brakes on Mercury. He went into neutral there. Matty was so low on the brakes he had to go to neutral to make the corner, and he loses back out to Mercury. DJ Danny must be in Disney highest right now. He's currently in 5th, in 6th place. Very good work from him. Yeah. Danny is definitely speeding himself up this season. I think Bullseye, though, might be smelling blood. He's coming back after Mercury. This could be your championship. Well, this race could be pivotal in the championship rivalry. Like when Vettel crashed in real life, this race could be that significant. Let's just hope it down by one of these two deciding the barrier tastes nice.
Gonna go for the move.
Hardy picks up another penalty. Down the inside comes Bullseye. If he can just keep it simple, he should be able to retain.
Good move. Very good move.
Yep, Mercury is planning a result.
See, Matty then behind Mercury. These two guys have had beef before on the racetrack. They've crashed into each other before. As Matty goes around
Matty
down
goes to
the inside.
Carbon copy of what we saw literally last lap. Will Matty this time make the corner? Bullseye picks up another penalty.
Bullseye.
Even though he's took in the lead,
No.
Bullseye's got another penalty. And if he keeps this up, Eke might actually get the position off him.
Fusion only having one warning, I believe. One warning.
Yep,
Not two
is.
warnings. Apologies. But Fusion, the edge of getting another penalty. One penalty.
I think Danny is catching radar as well. So Danny could be up in the P5 soon.
Very good race from Danny.
Fantastic. Yeah, very. Danny's really coming to his own this season. I'm really impressed with him. He's had 3 really good drives so far. We'll see what he can pull towards the second half of the season. He gets a bit of snap for oversteer. They almost had an accident.
Gained 8 positions this race. Amazing drive.
Yeah, that's surprising. Can Fusion get past Bullseye as well? Because he is... well, at the moment, I mean, if Fusion wanted to, he could just literally just sit here to the end of the race, but that's not a true race spirit, and that's also boring.
Danny goes down the inside of Reynard.
Oh, Reynard's come back
He's gone
underneath
too
him.
deep. Reynard, yep. Danny went too deep there.
Nice and simple there. Back pass for Reynard. Danny just kind of mucked it up. I think Mercury's going to have a go back at Matty at some point, maybe. They're definitely about to keep an eye on. Typhoon Killer is on the back of Chippy. I think Chippy's actually overtaken Typhoon, sorry. Chippy's has to make another pit stop. He's on the soft commander tires. It's probably at the end of the race. Urban, as we know, has to make another pit stop. He's there in 9th. See the future holds him. Apologies about my echo. Now, Danny, he's right there.
Danny.
And Reynard. Danny.
Right up the diffuser. Steer is open. Surely going to
This
make
be
a
the
move happen.
opportunity that Danny's been looking for. He goes to the outside. Great move by DJ Danny.
He's a
That's his no
small move.
There's no P5 for DJ Danny. Fantastic move by him.
Please stop.
Reynard back to the outside.
Around the outside.
Reynard will... No, Reynard still is piece. There's my terrible Irish accent for you. I'm a 16th Irish and I can't do... And I can't say anything like that.
The confusion on the back of Bullseye. 0.2 of a second going down the back straight.
It's going to be very interesting in a second. Fusion is right there. He's gaining. He's gaining a lot. He's going
inside.
to
I
the
swear
road.
to
It's
God,
nice and
stop.
simple for Fusion.
Bullseye. What can Bullseye?
Fusion retakes the lead. Bullseye going for the over. But nope. Not there enough. What about Danny and Ed? What about Danny and Reynard? Reynard gaining.
Hey, Danny just got, yeah. I could
I
get
don't
back
think
out
so,
of there.
actually. Reynard to the outside. Very there on the brakes for Reynard. But I don't think he's going to let that done very easily. That is, yeah, he's staying there. He's not getting that done at all. Now, will Maudi actually be able to overtake Killer here? He's half a second behind. Maudi's gaining on somebody. Will Maudi be able to make an overtake? Will STB Maudi be... Oh! He almost goes straight to the back of him. Maudi, in his first chance of an overtake, he's almost had an accident. But he's coming, Maudi. STB Maudi. Will he make an overtake at STB? It almost sounds like a rare thing. It's not. Maudi's been in this league older than probably I've been alive.
Bullseye then on the back of Fusion. These guys have been battling it out for the last couple of laps. Bullseye going down the
To
inside.
the inside goes Bullseye. It's late. It's beautiful. It's neutral.
Side by side.
Toxic
and
holds.
Fusion.
Fusion holding it out there.
Confusion.
Great battling. Interestingly, Matty's on the back of Radon and Danny. Oh boy, oh, here we go. This could be
Hey, oh.
interesting.
Oi.
Reynard. To
On
the
the outside.
outside. The outside in the first sector. Matty, come
Oh,
on!
Matty!
Matty!
Matty hits Reynard.
Straight to the back of
Matty.
Reynard. Let's Reynard back through. But Matty, Maldonado himself, straighting him into the back of Reynard there. Pastor Maldonati's back at it again. Also, Maldi has made an overtake. He's overtaken Typhoon Killer. We didn't catch it on camera, unfortunately, but pay attention from Daddy downwards.
Typhoon Killer. Absolute horrendous race from him, starting from P1 down to P13. It's been a
7
very poor
laps to
race.
go, but the main thing to pay attention right now, Dude Daddy sits in 5th. LRS Mercury 9th can probably see him. Whoa! Hey, Urban Storm is straight into the back there of Matty. This could get very interesting very, very quickly. We're going to round the ball with Urban, so we might have a 3-wide situation here. Reynard has got DRS. Matty, Urban. Urban's going to have to find a spot and go for it.
Down the inside.
It does on the inside. Oh, that could have been nasty.
That was squeaky bum time.
Boy, squeaky bomb time. I was not joking about Mercury being able to see Daddy. He legitimately can. Daddy's holding up an absolute train lane. You've got to believe that Urban and Matty would absolutely dominate this field. Reynard's going slowly. For some reason, I think he may have made a mistake. And that is now going to give...
Oh, contact!
Oh! Reynard to the wall, he's
Matty.
out! Reynard is out. I think there was lag or something. I think Matty's lagging Matty's lagging a lot here. Urban goes through. There goes. That's the death of that battle. That promotes Chip King up into the points. Maldi's in 11th. Maldi's a place away from points. But Matty has got wing damage, and that is pretty much the death. Bullseye picks up another penalty. But that battle, late on the brakes goes Mercury, and takes Matty. Well, a very late move there from Mercury, but yeah, that was a that could have been a lot worse than what it was.
A lot of action here. The German GB. A lot of battling throughout the field.
Interesting point to point out, if you could have a quick little note, how many penalties Zeke got?
Okay, got one penalty.
Okay, so good news for Bullseye is actually he is safe from Eke.
Bullseye goes down inside of Fusion. Side by side.
Well out. Bullseye leaving the room.
Yes, he can. Side by side.
I think Bullseye might have this. Gentle shove.
Oh,
And
Fusion locks
Bullseye
up.
chops the nose. Still side by side. This could end
Fusion around the outside.
nasty. Oh, Bullseye did back out of it though. Smart from
Good
Bullseye. That could have
defensive
been
work.
a nasty airplane accident. Urban is straight on the back of Danny. So something to note. Look at P10.
STB Maldi.
The GOAT himself is in the points.
Not think that, would you?
Nope. I did jokingly say if he got a podium, I would offer him a seat in AMS.
Oh, as Bullseye goes down the inside of Fusion, he gets past him actually before the braking zone, so that was quite an easy move for Bullseye, but can Fusion? I can't. Fusion just has to sit back for another lap.
Urban and Danny.
And he have an amazing race
Urban.
in 9th position. Around the
Yeah,
outside.
nice slip there from Urban. Then they were talking to the slipstream, maybe trying to have a go back at him into the hairpin. He has a look, tries to force a mistake from Urban. Urban did lock up, but he holds on. As for leaders, it's pretty close, but nothing too extreme at the moment. 7 picks up a penalty. I didn't realise he was still racing, I'm not going to lie, but down in 13th place, Bullseye runs wide again. It's just not been the race that Bullseye wants, is it?
Fusion right at the back of him.
The thing is now is that Bullseye's pretty much got to avoid a penalty like the plague. Because one penalty, now an Eke's got him.
Yeah, just got a massive leg pressure. As Fusion opens up DRS.
Yep. That's
Once
the same with Fusion. Identical to pretty much how Bullseye's in the Malapa go. Will Bullseye come back underneath him? No. He might do, to be fair. He hasn't got enough ERS. Oh. He hasn't quite got enough ERS to make the moves stick. I think these are literally the only two left battling it out then.
Yep.
And the battle pops up, we'll spot it. Aero Matti, fast lap of the race, 1 minute 12.9 on the ultra soft compounded tyres. His race unfortunately went to tatters.
Fusion and Bullseye are going to battle this out until the end of the race. See who can be victorious.
Well, he pretty much knows who's going to be the winner, but
yeah,
who's the victor on circuit after penalties?
Yeah, just go along with me, right?
Well, we already know the sodding results. Who cares? You just got this in the bag, unless the wall decides to go. Nah, you're mine.
Yeah, unless he's loses.
Matty picks up a penalty. He's nowhere near the points anyway, so who cares about him? Actually, no. Actually, Matty is actually... maybe I shouldn't joke like that, because he's actually right like a Typhoon Killer here for the P11. And STB Maudi, the good friends Maudi and Matt,
yep.
You haven't been to a party with those two. It's always kind of weird. Not going to lie, those two are very intimate with each other in their detail. Matty is right. Oh, no, he's not! So, what a save!
What a save!
What a save by Aero Matty!
Amazing stuff.
8 out of 10 for the save. I'd give him 8 out of 10 for the save. I'll make it 9 if he gets the overtake. Typhoon to the outside.
Typhon!
Of Maudi! Maudi gives us the shove. He's off the circuit.
3 wide!
Oh, Aero Matty! Oh, 3 wide trying to cut it.
Matty gets it done.
Matty gets it done. Will Maudi keep in front of Typhoon? Yes, he will. Great stuff there. We're on the penultimate to last lap of the STB Racing League German Grand Prix. It's been an absolute cracker of a race. Action all along the field. And at the front, it still isn't over.
So, Ben, who is going to be the driver of the day?
Who hasn't been in trouble?
I think it just has to be Danny, hasn't it?
It's either got to be Danny or it's got to be Fusion. Think about Danny. Think about Fusion. He started 7th. And he's not only leading, but he's been pretty dominant.
These two guys, Bullseye
so you know what?
and...
For me, it's Fusion.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. You know, Fusion, amazing race, amazing pace. You know, to get not much that penalty as well. Driver of the day is going to be Toxic X Fusion and potentially the winner as well.
Things can change though. Bullseye's gaining.
Do.
He's gaining. He goes to the inside. He's going to go as late as he dares. All he's got to do is shove Fusion out. He might be able to get the decision. He's on it.
Fusion do.
I sounded like a bingo caller then. Not bingo caller. Auctioneer then. Bullseye makes the position stick. Will Fusion launch it back? No, he doesn't. Bullseye takes the position. So Bullseye then
You-
is going to cross the line. Rounding through the final chicane now. Bullseye is going to, well, round the final corner. Well, penultimate corner. Rounding the final corner. Bullseye is going to cross the line. The race winner. However, your actual race winner, Toxic Fusion. Now, where will Eke get in front of Bullseye? No. Eke will stay behind Bullseye. Hungarian Mike comes across the line in P4. Great job from him. Urban Unicorn will somehow finish P5. Yellow flag in the second sector. What's happened there? Can't seem to be going slowly. Urban Unicorn across the line 5th. 6th. Another fantastic drive from DJ Danny. P6 from him. 7th will be LRS Mercury. Another good drive from him as well. John. Did you see actually anything from John this race?
I think it's been a really quiet race for him. He just made up a load of positions from people making mistakes, so good job for him, good points.
Chipper King 9th, Aaron Matty, cross the line 10th. STB Maudi on his return to STB will finish 10th. Maudi got the points. Maudi got a point. Because of penalties, STB Maudi is a point scorer.
Wow.
Applaud that man. Applaud that man. He's probably absolutely going mental inside. Probably going absolutely mental inside, then realising he finished 10th and got Sunday depression again.
I will invite the podium people.
Good boy.
The party. So it was Fusion,
Bullseye, and Eke.
okay. Check low, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Okay, the chat is done. Unload. Dude, this was a Fusion.
So,
Okay.
Fusion, Bullseye, and EK. Fusion, the only driver in the field not to receive a penalty during that race. That includes the drivers who retired.
Amazing.
So we have... Is that okay? Wait on Fusion and Bullseye. Because I need to move. Right. Oh. Ugh. We'll give the other two a little minute or two. We'll give until 10 to join. At which point, then we'll just interview you, okay? We'll see. Oh, here's Bullseye.
Fusion can't join for some reason. Can you just let the party open for one?
Yep, I'll leave.
Fusion,
Right. Okay. Did you get a clip where it happened? Send it me, and I'll deal with it. Right. So then, yeah. Make sure to include your audio, lads. So we're gonna begin with you, Toxic. Fantastic drive. You received today's driver of the day. Beginning 7th. I assume the only reason you began 7th was, were you caught out by the rain by any chance?
Yeah. I planned on doing 2 laps on my softs at the end of qualifying, but the rain just came at the worst time because I messed up my first lap, and then I just had no pace in the second lap. So yeah, I'm happy with the race though. It was a fun fight with Bullseye. So
Yep.
yeah,
I'd like to quickly. We'll get onto the Battle of Bullseye in a second.
yeah.
Fantastic start by you, actually. I believe you were fourth by the end of the first lap.
Yeah.
You had a very strong performance about that race. We'll move on to the Battle of Bullseye now. Did you feel that was going to last as long as it did? And were you aware of the
No.
penalties he had?
I was aware of the penalties, but I didn't know that it would go on for that long because he had wing damage, so he did really well to actually keep touch with me. Because yeah, he did really well to keep up that close with me. Like, he even overtook me at the end, so I think without wing damage, he probably would have won the race. Not gonna lie.
Did you feel there was any lag issues involved?
I didn't notice any lag issues for the whole race from my side. No.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Got anything else you want to add?
No, other than this, I'm happy with it because it was just it's probably like one of my best tracks in the game. So yeah.
I would have that from you, Santral.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
We'll move on to the second place man, Mr. Bullseye.
Yep.
Good result from you, another solid second place. Championship lead though does come down to Fusion. Is that a bit gutting that you did actually lose the race on penalties, even after a fantastic battle?
Not really. I'm more annoyed that I got wind damage, which helped to get those warnings. I had a 3-second time penalty at the start, so if Toxic didn't get any penalties, he still would have won. I had a 3.5 second gap in the first stint. Pitted, I lost a second and lost wind damage, so that chance of winning was out.
So just really frustration.
Yeah, I'm just annoyed.
Yeah,
the guy was
understandable, mate.
The guy was on old soft, so I don't really understand. I would just randomly dive down the inside, really late braking, while lagging all over the place. I sent you the clip.
You did mention. Yeah, no, I got it. Don't worry. You did actually mention about the lag. Was it just the guy mentioned lagging, or was there just a general amount of lag?
Yeah, RDD, Renard, everybody. Some people in the chat have been saying he's lagging. I can't remember. Matty said it ruined his race or whatever. He was lagging. Yep.
Fair enough. Yeah. We're gonna move on to the third place man, Eke. So, where were you that race?
Very alone on the second stint.
You were
Just managing the gap to Hungarian.
You were literally nowhere. I think we saw you on camera like twice, and that was one of them was the end of the race, and one of them was your overtake. That's literally all we saw of you.
Yeah.
You were very quiet. You want to just have a little talk us through that?
Well, I would probably have a battle with Hungarian, but the game gave him a 5-second stop go because I had incident with someone and he got illegal overtake from that, and he had a 5-second stop go for that. So that was kind of my race for just driving alone. I don't know really. Nothing else.
That's fair enough. Buckley, you got any questions for these lads?
No, just really good job from top 3 drivers, and yeah, great battling as well.
We're gonna have a quick little special interview because he's here, and Maddie, you want to include your audio?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, so on your return to STB, you scored a point. How do you feel?
Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting much from this Grand Prix. I was planning on qualifying, but I had that issue in this session, blah, blah. Yeah, basically, 1 point is really good. I had a great battle with Typhon Killer near the end of the race. That was good. I was able to I have no idea how to save the ERS. That was something I was really struggling with in the race. But Typhon Killer, I think I was able to, use overtake quite effectively to get past Typhon on the hairpin. Quite aggressive I was, but I had to, get the move done. I'm quite happy with 1 point.
Oh, yeah, he's disconnected. Way.
There goes the internet.
Na 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 na. Hey hey hey, rip Maori. So we'll try and wait to see if Maori can reconnect. Otherwise, we will have to end it there because some of us have lives.
Agreed.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's
We all make the unanimous
He's not
decision.
responding.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to end it there, unfortunately. Apologies to STB Maldi, but he unfortunately died during this stream, so we'll do his funeral later on today. We'll probably broadcast it.
Jesus. Make sure to donate.
Yeah. Next week will be the Belgian Grand Prix, which will be 5 years of STB. I totally didn't overhear that earlier. So we will hopefully see you all then. I believe it'll be me and Buckley back in the com box. Make sure to donate to Maldi's family after Maldi's unfortunately passing. We will see you all. We will